Writing a song has got to be one of the coolest expressions of like the human experience. Like I'm very jealous in a way that artists get to do this. I mean, it's such a beautiful thing. For you, what's the process of writing a song?
I guess, like most artists will say, it differs. A lot recently has been like an idea, like a concept first. Like I'll try and come to everything that I do with like a solid idea of a concept of a song from start to finish, like how I tell this story from the first note to the last note. And
that story is based in a melody that you've heard or played, or that story is based in something that's happened in your life. And
yeah, it's probably the latter. It's a story first.
Okay.
And it's written down like that.
Yeah.
You know, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that.
Yep.
The mood of the story tells you how the song will sound in my head. You know, when you hear like people talk about like synesthesia and they see colors and things like that, I'd be like, I can feel a mood just by looking at the lyric. You know, I don't know if that's an actual thing. I'm not sure, but you know, if it's a sad song, it's probably going to like be sat on a piano or some sort of finger picked guitar. Yeah. But if it reads a bit happier, it's more than likely up tempo and will be sung with a happier sounding melody. So you find a lyric somewhere, find a line. If you have a chorus, like a hook tag for your chorus, you try and get that chorus first. Is what I've been trying to do a lot more recently. Write the chorus first and build the rest of the melodies around that.
You must be deeply intuitive. I mean, in order to do what you do and be successful at it, is there anything you do to protect that intuition or protect that creative process?
In terms of?
Well, like for example, I've heard of, some artists or writers, like if they have an idea, all of a sudden they have to like, get up from the table wherever they are and just go write it down or go work on it. Or I've heard people say like there's certain days they won't look at their phone or technology because they just need to be like more present. I'm just giving you sort of.
I like when I'm making an album, I'm nowhere near my phone.
Yeah,
I'm quite a hard guy to get a hold of. But yes, try and stay off the internet. I try and like live within that world if I can, as much as possible, because you don't want anything to distort what you're thinking. There has been times absolutely where I've like woken up and dreamt a lyric or a chorus.
Oh, cool.
And then I've got like 15,000 voice notes on my phone, so it's like, it's a constant.
So that's a method right there.
Yeah,
voice notes. Yeah,
voice notes, singing in melodies. Talk like give them like a dictaphone type scenario where like talking in a scenario, talking in a story, maybe telling myself what this song might sound like in the end. Yeah, it ranges. There's different ways of doing everything, and I've written songs where I've literally sat at the piano, played 4 chords, and just started spewing lyrics. And then there's other times where I have nothing, and you start with a drum beat, try and place a few chords on a guitar, and just start mumbling, and then the mumbles turn into words. You're singing a melody, and then all of a sudden words start appearing in sentences, and then all of a sudden you got full sentence and you got full verse. And
what would the mumble sort of sound like?
I'd be like, let me give you an example to see. Later to that, and then I'll fill it in, and a word will appear. I always say, like, I actually had this conversation the other day. I was working in Nashville with my producer, and I was like, if the general music fan was to walk into this room right now, they actually wouldn't believe like what goes on, like the stuff that we do. Like I was writing a song the other day and I took a break to watch Eubank Ben and it's probably going to be like my first single off my album. Like the things we do in the room, the shouting and screaming at each other, no, that's wrong, don't like that idea, the way we describe sounds with our mouth, like it looks like
it's messy.
Yeah, it's messy. And I don't think like when you hear a song and it sounds so clean and put together, the process of getting there can be said about most processes, but the process of getting to that point is very interesting in the music world, I find.